Today's A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan podcast is brought to you by
PyroSpot Fireworks. If you're looking to do fireworks for this 4th of July, now's the time to go buy PyroSpot tents because
just opened.
Yeah, it just opened in Longwood. It opens on Saturday in Seminole Town Center in Sanford and Eustis, June 22nd. Both those locations are open, but the Longwood location's open now, and they are running crazy deals.
Yeah,
especially at the beginning as their opening sales.
Well, you can get the Premier Pyro. That's 250 shots. That's a big finale. Normally, it's $169. You can get it for $69. It's like $100 off. So deals like that.
Yeah, buy one, get two free.
Buy one, get two free. Also, you can go on the website and see everything they have, which that's what makes them a little bit different. I mean, all the 200, 500-gram kegs, artillery shells, fountains, all the rockets, they're all listed on there, and you can add them to a wish list. That way, when you walk in, you just hand your phone to the guy and say, like, hey, this is what I want.
And most likely, Ross McCoy will be there.
Ross will be there.
He works at the PyroSpot tent
go see Ross. He loves
in Longwood, and he'll help you out. Every year when I shop, Ross always takes me by. That's the thing. Like, PyroSpot does it differently. All their tents have display screens. You can see what each cake does. You can see exactly what it does.
Here's the deal, and I know this sounds a little bit crazy, but Craig's a good guy, and this is as close to a family-owned fireworks store as you can get. I know that sounds crazy.
Run professionally.
Yeah, he started this in 2007 just because he has a passion for fireworks, and I know that sounds strange, but no, he really does. Like this,
we've seen his whole journey.
He lives and breathes fireworks, and he wants you to go to PyroSpot.
And he handpicks them, so the cakes are all awesome. There's a no dud guarantee, so if something, which is not going to go wrong, but if something doesn't light, you can take it back
to the tent,
and they'll replace it. But they do a great job. And again, Longwood location is open right now, and the Seminole Town Center location in Sanford's going to open on Saturday, June 22nd. Eustis, June 22nd as well. And you can find out all the information at iwantfireworks.com.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, it is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom. Just us today.
We're doing it as like as old school as it gets, man.
Yeah, we do have a guest on Zoom, but before we get to him, we'll talk about our beer release tomorrow at Hourglass Brewing in Longwood.
Indeed.
The party starts around 5. That's where me and Daniel are going to be out there. We're going to have Curtis Earth doing trivia. So, is it 4 or 5 people teams?
You've asked me that, and from what I remember, and I could be wrong, I thought it was 4. I thought they were 4 people teams. I believe it is on the Curtis Earth Facebook or website because I found it before. I will get you the correct answer before the end of this show.
Well, I think
I'm going to put on my old producer hat.
You could put together a team of how many people.
But I'd hate to say 4 and then have everybody show up, and then you have that one person that gets left out. And if they're anything like any of the people that I know, they won't fucking shut up about it all night about how they can't play. And then certainly they're going to act like an adult and be cool about it. And they're not going to bring it up every 5 seconds.
So come grab a 4-pack of beer and hang out with us.
Yes,
we'll
please.
be having some beers and playing some trivia.
It's going to be hard for me not to have one of those. I might have one at the end of the show today. I love that red lager.
It's really good.
It goes down a little too quick.
I'll show the Twitch.
There we go. There it is. The Get to Work Red Lager. It's a 5.5. Delicious with some of the best can art I have ever seen. And do you want to go to our guest?
Yes. So on Zoom with us, we've got Tuttle. How you doing, Tuttle?
I mean, don't sound too enthusiastic about the whole deal, Tom.
Whoa, already out of the gates. We've been on 4 minutes, and you guys are already fighting.
All right,
this is not what I want. This is not what I wanted to do.
Hold on.
And this, I think he knows something's up.
I have a
Do you know something's up?
Well, I mean, honestly, you guys usually don't invite me on the show so closely when I've recently been on, is what I'm trying to say. So I feel like Tom knows something.
I feel like we should. I feel like he's on to. Honestly, like I did not expect this.
There's nothing to be on to. I have something to talk to Tuttle about.
Okay.
Because we just had Tuttle on ACT.
I mean, I'm gonna say it. This sounds awfully Russy. I'm just going to say, I said what I said. I said what I said. And I think I'm allowed to say it.
So we had Tuttle on ACT. We were talking to him about...
People love that appearance, by the way. They love it. Our listeners love it when you pop by, because I feel like after your mom passed, I feel like, everybody knew that naturally you were going to pull back and handle your business. And you did, but I think people were worried about you. So to see you and you look good...
I got my white Christian nationalist haircut.
Okay. All right. I led you down the path. I led you down the path, and now we're at the path.
Okay, so let's talk about the haircut. Yeah. So
you do look like you are the web editor for Stormfront.
No, I'll tell you why. Okay,
they always have front on the end.
Hold on, before we get to it, Tuttle, I'll tell you from my perspective, because we just had you on the show.
And what did we talk about? And what did we say at the end of the show, Todd?
You started going back on Bubba the Love Sponge, and then we were like, but I was happy because I'm like, because I was like, Tuttle's been away from it a while, and he's going back once a week, and he seems like he's having a good time, and I'm like, he's good at it. Like, he's one of the best that's ever done.
I said the best.
Yeah.
I said you are the best.
As far as radio producer, radio talent. No, not even because Tuttle's, in my mind, he graduated from that, and now he's just a producer who is great at improv and very good at reading the radio room and figuring out where to go, where the host wants you to go. Sure. Like, he's honestly one of the best. Like, Tuttle, I'll never even tell Tuttle what we're going to do on the show, because I know Tuttle, as soon as he comes on.
You didn't tell him what we were going to do. No. And look at him. He's literally sweating in his white nationalist boots.
Anyway, so we were happy for you. So, and then I was like, and then other people text me, seriously, like friends from the past text me like, oh, I saw Tuttle's back on Bubba. Is he doing his shit again? And I'm like, no. This time's different.
Nope, it's once a week.
I'm like, he's back on there. He's just like being a personality. He's like, chiming in on the show.
Looking up things. He's part of the news. He does a podcast for Bubba after the fact.
He's doing a podcast. He's done it. And then all of a sudden, I'm sitting here a couple days ago, and Daniel's like, Tom, get in here.
This is a true story. This is a true story. Because it was running live. Because I leave YouTube. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. And I had it up live. And because I do a lot of work. I have to do all the notes for our YouTube and all this stuff. And I did yell. I go, oh, my God, get in here.
Yeah, he's like, he's doing it again. And then I run in here. And then I look. And then there you are.
And the clippers are buzzing.
With the clippers.
You're sitting in the chair.
And then they got your head shaved. Yeah. And then you're doing the radio grumpy face.
And it takes a lot to get Tom to get out of it. It takes a lot that should show you, Tuttle, that this man cares about you. It takes a lot to get him to run from his fucking money office over there to come in here, and then he put his hands to his face.
And then I'm like, oh no, they're going to inflate his anus. Again.
That is the quote. He did say that. Oh my God, they're going to inflate his anus. And we both, I'm like, oh no, we can't let it happen.
This is a slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope. First thing you know, you're getting a haircut. You're the webmaster of Stormfront. Next thing you know, you've got your inflating your anus again. Are you inflating your anus again?
And then it was like...
Are you being suckered back into radio in an unhealthy way? And your two friends that care about you are fucking drilling you down today, and we're asking you point fucking blank, are you back in the anus game?
It was like if we had an alcoholic friend, and then I see him on a Facebook post holding a Bud Light in the background. I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, he's back.
And then he's like, no, it's just at a wedding.
I remember that. I mean, I had a person I work with in radio. You know who they are, Tuds. And this person went sober. And next thing you know, I see him at a wedding holding a Corona. And I'm like, well, that's not going to end well.
So, Tuttle, what happened here?
Okay, so I'll tell you exactly what happened. Okay, so you know how and I don't want anybody to think like I'm talking ill towards Bubba at all, but
No,
you know how
you're back doing radio with him, dude. I know you guys play. You play rough over there. It's fine. That's your buddy.
Well, yeah.
That's your buddy.
So I told him about how I called the bingo games every week at the 55 plus community. Okay. And then he got, you know how hosts, when they get an idea in their head, they were like, I need film of you calling bingo at the bingo night. And
We need, why don't you get down there? Some of the prizes we give these old ladies, give these old bags some big-ass mega black dildos. How about that? Hey, here you go, Granny. Shove this big old fat fucking dildo up your big fat fucking hairy ass. All right, we'll be right back.
So like, I just got told that I can stay at the 55 plus community now, and I don't want to do anything.
Wait a minute, you're allowed to stay now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's big news.
Hold on.
That's big news. That's big news. You're premature old. I like that.
Were they going to kick you out?
Well, I mean, they had to kind of call a meeting of the HOA members to, let me know. They all got a vote on it. And I kind of went
dude, this happened to me. Tut, this is exactly what happened to me with my mom's place at Bryn Mawr up in St. Augustine. They would always vote different things, and then they voted to take my mom's gate down and all this kind of shit because they have a board. And it's all old people that have nothing to do but the board of the community. And
so
they didn't want you in there?
Luckily, two of the people on the member I kind of get weed for. I had those two votes.
Yeah.
Your
haircut screams I buy weed for old people.
No, but I hooked them up. You wouldn't believe when I go on my walks around the neighborhood, you can, and they're smoking some really strong shit. Because I walk by and I'm like, yep, weed. No weed.
Yeah, we're in Orlando, which is not really Florida. You're like in real Florida.
There's weed stores you can go to and buy weed now. You don't need a drug dealer.
Yeah, it's easier just to get it.
Yeah, but it's sometimes not as strong, and I get dab hits for this one person in the park. Because they love their weed.
I'd love to see an old lady doing dabs. I'd watch that.
I like how we're talking about Tuttle selling weed to old people.
Yeah, well, it started as an intervention for his anus, and now we've moved on. Apparently, that didn't work.
Yeah, back to the anus.
Yeah, we were worried about your butt. We were worried.
Okay.
I mean, Tom really was. Tom did say, "Oh my God," and no bullshit, Tuts. Tom looks at me and he goes, "Is he back in the shit shack?" And I go, "I don't think so."
So
okay.
Okay.
So I ended up just getting in, and right now I didn't want to do anything to rock the boat.
I agree
because I just got told that I can stay. I don't have a mortgage. This house is bought and paid for.
Beautiful.
So I didn't want to do anything to mess that up, and I could not get permission to be able to film bingo because old people don't like being on camera. They just don't.
I don't believe it. Them and Mayans.
Yeah.
Like it.
You don't want to start bringing your shenanigans to where you eat.
Yeah. So Bubba told me that I always bring in some type of video content.
Yeah, that was the deal. That's what you told us last time is you got to bring in, if you don't bring in a video, then you can't get on the show, right?
So me and Colton, he took me to his barber who he films rap videos in Tampa for all the rappers. He's the leading rap recorder
and
when
barber.
It comes to for video and barber. And maybe he had to stop cutting my hair a couple of times because people would knock on the back door and he would hand them certain things.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
don't tell his business. You're on a show that thousands of people listen to.
I didn't say what. He could be selling cuts of meat.
He could have been donating diapers to the First Harvest Food Bank or something. I don't know.
It was kind of a trap house. I'm just going to be honest.
Okay. So you're getting, what style of haircut did you ask for?
I wanted to do something funny, and then I was like, give me the Peaky Blinders haircut.
Okay.
And I didn't put two and two together when everybody started sending me photoshops of Hitler mustaches on my face and stuff.
Yeah, it is a little aggressive.
No, you knew what you were doing.
You know what it looks like, though?
Yeah.
You know what it looks like? Kind of the Don Knotts. Don Knotts on Andy Griffith, he had his, like, that was an old man haircut. You'd swoop it all back, right? And if you didn't put product in it, it would just fall flat in your face.
Well, this is basically the 90s bowl cut. You know, like, I'm sure Tom had one as well, too. I think probably Daniel had one.
The butt cut? It's called a butt cut. And Tracy in the chat room nailed what I thought you looked like, the movie Falling Down. I thought at some point you were going to laugh at some guy making a gay joke in an Army-Navy store and then have to kill him for the boots. You needed the boots.
I've been close to falling down before.
I bet.
So, Tuttle.
Yes.
So we're good. So we
fine.
checked in.
Okay, it's fine.
We checked in, and
Listen,
he's fine.
Well, no, hold on. It's not fine yet because I feel like this is the equivalent of the alcoholic drinking a glass of red wine.
So I'm an
one night
enabler because I'm saying it's fine.
Because yes, the haircut is on the brink of ridiculous. It's not totally. You know, you can be like,
what's next? What's next?
Yeah. But to start a slope, there's a beginning.
Sure. Yes, there is a yes.
Yeah,
correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it only
got to
takes
start
a
somewhere
to get a fire going.
Exactly. So I'm worried, Tuttle, that this is there's not that big of a deal, but this is just the start to the anus.
Yeah. All roads lead to anus is what we're worried about. Can you promise us you won't inflate your anus? Is that something?
No, I cannot promise that I won't.
No!
I hate
You're already planning it, aren't you?
I went right for it. I figured like
you got it in your trunk.
I'm just going to cut to the fucking chase. Can you promise us that you will not inflate your anus? And if you cannot do that, then I don't know what to say. Then I guess the terms of our friendship have changed, and I'm worried about you.
Tuttle, you don't need to do this anymore. You don't need to inflate it.
You're too young of a man.
I love the stunt game though. Like I mean, it got me to the end.
He's addicted to it like Miller Lite, like a Miller Lite in a wedding.
No, you don't love it.
He's already playing. I bet he's training his anus right now. Have you done any? Have you been training your anus? Have you done anything? Have you been doing any regular stunts? Have you been eking into doing any regular stunts?
Yeah. I plan on doing some stunts. Like I'm going to the Tampa Tarpons game tomorrow.
Oh, guy's gonna put a tarpon in his ass.
Oh God!
He's gonna put a fucking fish in his ass. I knew it. Fucking both of the love songs will be fucking your ass. Little big old. I don't know what a tarpon looks like, but I'm guessing it has a big
giant
fish snoot and it's fucking snooting you good.
But I mean, do you look down on me, Tom?
No,
do you look down?
No, we just worry about you. We don't look down on you.
Yeah, I don't look down on anyone. I'm usually looking up,
like a turkey in the rain.
Yeah. Now I do look across and see a lot of people. Most of the people I see are my level, huh?
You don't miss it?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Don't let him.
Of course, I miss it.
Let me bring this up. Don't let him go full anus on you because this guy 2 days ago had a how long can I hold from a bar competition with Seth Petrozelli, and then when he lost it off air, he was like, "This will ruin my mood all for 2 weeks." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yes, it will. I will be mad for 2 weeks that I let myself down." What the fuck is wrong with you people? So I guess you both missed the stunt game a little bit, and you both quest for that adrenaline and that fame.
Okay, so
one is personal challenges, and I guess one is anus personal challenges. But there's no difference in my mind. It's the same shit.
Yeah, I'm worried that it leads you down a bad road, Tuttle, where you start, with a haircut, then you're at the baseball game. I'm guessing Bubba's going to throw out the first pitch and hit you in the ass. So
I'd watch that.
That kind of is the plan. Like
it's almost like he's done this.
No, like I was going to kind of get down on all fours because my butt is about where the catcher's mitt would be.
Anus catcher's mitt? Hold on, I'm coming to see this. When's the game?
No, you're enabling it.
I'm on his side.
No one go see it.
But you're
enabling him.
Here's the thing. We got Jack Bradshaw on the entire Jim Colbert show to watch Beetlejuice this week. I'm going to live my radio dreams. I'm going to ask Bubba the Love Sponge to give me VIP treatment. I want to sit in the stands and cheer. McGillicuddy, Bubba. I'll yell, I'm a mark.
He's going to fire a baseball into your anus.
Yeah, I mean, they were debating that they won't let me. They won't let me.
No, hold on. I can help. We get him a pair of pants. and then we have somebody sew a glove into it in the crack of his ass.
No.
So when you shoot it out, if the glove is well seasoned,
come on.
that man, you get that thing,
catch it.
bam, right in the leather.
No, they did ask the Tampa Tarpons if I could spread my cheeks when they do it, but they won't let me do that. That's a little.
Don't do it, Tuttle. You've gone so far. You have it all. You have your own show, and you were going back. You could have just.
Oh, I think he's starting a new show with his ex-wife.
Yeah.
It was just time to start, and we'll talk about that in a second.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it was the time to set the boundary. Like, you come back and you're like, you know what? I'm not doing all this.
Take one look at that haircut. Does that man look like he has boundaries?
Here, hold on. I'll fix it. Hold on. Let me just go down like this.
Yes. Yes. That looks like a man who wants a baseball in his anus. So let's talk about the new show. Are you fleshing it out? Have you recorded any yet?
No, we're myself and my ex-wife Kristen. We are recording the first show today.
Okay,
congratulations.
So
we do know about that. All jokes aside, we do know about that. I think that's a pretty ballsy.
Okay, well, how did that come about? Because I went to Tuttle's wedding. When was that? What year was that?
2006, November 6th.
So I remember going to your wedding,
Beautiful
and
wedding.
actually Tuttle put me up in like this beautiful Airbnb.
Oh, it's fantastic.
In Savannah, Georgia.
Great.
I remember it was like at the time the fanciest old place I've ever stayed in. I was like, this has got a clawfoot tub that we were sitting in. Me and Crystal are sitting in.
Oh, you guys fucked in the tub?
I sat in it drunk.
I think it's one of the only times I fucked Andrea where I pulled her panties to the side.
No, come on.
She's not into that. And you know what? I'm not into it either, because every outstroke, the panties collect the moisture off the side of your cock.
Come on, stop.
And you get a little friction to dry.
I don't like the friction.
Come on, dude, stop being a love sponge. It's too far.
Do you remember you and Kevin going and buying me condoms because at the
El Cheapo
gas station with the donkey kicking high prices?
Yeah. Then I yelled out. SBK got out of his car, and I was sitting passenger. And then I was like, "Oh, get Magnums!" And then everybody at the El Cheapo looked at me and looked at Kevin, and it looked like I was Kevin's.
You were about
boyfriend.
to call him KFC.
What?
You were going to call SBK KFC. I saw your mouth go to make it.
No.
I've worked with you. I've worked with you long enough.
Stop.
I've worked with you long
You're
enough.
Sponging it. Anyway,
So wrong, Tom.
So tell me about how now and then. What year did you get divorced?
We separated in 2014.
Jesus, why do you need to know that? Why don't you ask him when his mom died? Good Lord, man, what the hell's
that
wrong
was
with
about 2.5 months ago.
Tom.
I know.
So now I also noticed, because in preparation for you coming on today, I went on social media. I was looking through social media.
He was concerned. I'm telling you, this guy is scared.
And then I did note, did your ex-wife not change her last name? Does she still have your last name?
I think she still uses it on social media. I'm not absolutely sure, but I don't really mind.
No, I didn't think you'd mind.
You got a problem with it?
No, I was just, is that normal?
Oh, shit. Are you guys going to box at Hot Tub and Mini Fridge event that I'm planning? Will you guys box at the Miss Hot Tub and Mini Fridge?
No, come
event?
on, stop.
One-arm boxing
You can
event.
invite me just for entertainment purposes.
No.
How about wrestling? Would you guys wrestle?
Come on. Go. I was just, because I saw that and I was like, she still has his last name?
It is interesting that...
But then I didn't know, because I don't know anything really. So I was like, if you get a divorce... Because I know, like, I have family members that they kept their ex-husband's last name because of the kids, and it was just easier because they have the same name as their children.
Sure.
So that made sense. But with no kids, I just fully expected if you get a divorce, you change your name back and you don't keep your ex-husband's last name. But I don't know what's the standard.
I don't know either.
It really doesn't bother me. I mean, it's not like that big of a deal. It was probably a year after my marriage that she actually got it officially changed to the driver's license.
A lot of people like it can be a pain in the ass.
And then once you change it, and then it's like, oh fuck it, I'm rolling with this. I do that because I'm too much of a pain in the ass to change it back.
You don't even change your clock in your car. You just let it roll around.
Anyway, so when did you come up with the idea to start like doing a show with her?
Well, I mean, when I went over to Bubba's, I was hosting my own show, like online, a part of his YouTube channel and stuff. And she used to come on and talk, and she's pretty good at it. Like, I mean, even like Crystal and Andrea, like, when was the first time, or how long was it before you actually had them on the air and stuff? She just was natural at it, and she asked me if she wanted to do a podcast together.
I think like she probably.
Well, you guys have chemistry, obviously, so it makes sense.
You have chemistry. I mean, she also like whether she wanted it or not. I think marrying you and dating you, she has reps because of that. We always talk about that. Just like our wives naturally can do this because we've done it so much that they just kind of went along for the ride. Yeah, well, so there's probably some of that too.
They're used to interacting with us, so it's an easy transition.
Yeah, she's got a good personality, and you guys have like similar interests, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like we've talked about this, that we always I forget how she worded it, that we made really, really good friends than a couple, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah, a lot of people say that. A lot of people are like we're better friends than we ever were dating. You know, I have a lot of friends that are like that.
Yeah.
When you guys had your wives on, did they ever do anything on the air that's like embarrassed you, or like has it ever?
I wanted to shoot a baseball into my wife's ass, or anus rather, and no. Let me think. Well, you do, but I don't remember what Crystal said that time that we cut out. I've even forgotten it, and I told everybody I still knew, but I don't know. I forgot.
At this point in time, there's nothing that can be said that is embarrassing.
Yeah, I think we've gone a little too far with everything, but...
but I mean, I going into it, like she's open to talk about everything.
Everything?
Everything, and I mean, we're
even your big old ding dong.
Okay.
Well, I mean, every guy thinks that their old lady is lying to them when they say, "Oh, you got a big penis," or
My wife has never told me I have a big penis. I'm gonna stop you right there, homie. That has never happened.
Hold on, I'm going sponge.
Hold on, let me transfer the sponge to you.
Because I just thought Tuttle's ex-wife is very attractive.
Oh my God!
And we've always said, even when he married her, we were like, "What
the fuck?" And, everybody said that.
We're like, "God
Especially now. I mean, you look at him now. It's like, my God.
And then think about the money on OnlyFans.
What are you doing? Are you suggesting that they do an OnlyFans?
I'm just saying, would you subscribe to it?
Wait, would it be me? Like,
of course you would. You're doing an answer for you, 100%. What?
Would you watch it, Tom? Like, be honest. Like, if I did have an OnlyFans page,
is it just you?
No, me and her.
I don't want to make things. I don't want to make things weird. I might throw him a buck because I do that with everyone's Patreon. You know what I mean? When people go, I started a Patreon. I'll give you $1.
Because think about because this is what you need for a successful social media influencer empire. Right?
I didn't expect you to go creepy sponge.
So you need an audience. Tuttles has one, right?
Oh yeah.
And then and also now with Kristen involved, he's got a partner now, and with that partner, it does open up the secondary income stream of something like OnlyFans.
Sure, yeah.
So you do a podcast with them to get the majority of the audience. Then you're like, hey, we do an OnlyFans. Come check it out.
And I have a big ding dong.
Yeah.
You have to say that. My wife is my ex-wife is very pretty. And I have a huge ding dong.
Yeah. And then
would I need to get a cameraman or just do it?
I'll do it. I can do it for
you. No. Nowadays,
I would sub in and do it for free for a little while. At least you could find somebody.
But this is, and then you go and you hit all the radio stations
around here. Yeah. You can do a tour.
You promote it on Bubba Love Sponge. You promote it on
it's a monster. You go everywhere and you go to every place and you talk about.
Dude, we know people making 11, 12 grand a month.
That's what Mike Busey's still doing, really, right?
And that's not impossible.
You could be alt-right Mike Busey.
Everybody is, and I am not a white Christian nationalist. I'm not.
No, we know you're not, but the haircut is a little aggressive. It's an aggressive cut. I had one of those before, and Phil Rollins from Orlando City was like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like yelling at me. He's like, yeah, I'm a Nazi haircut. I'm like, okay, I'll tone it down. Sorry.
Does it look good, or is it a joke cut?
Okay, do you want me to be honest as your friend?
I'm going to be honest.
Are you going to be mad at me?
Come on.
I'm not going to be mad.
It's a little, the sides being like shaved and pushed straight.
Why, of course, you know it looks ridiculous. Tunnel, don't even bullshit. You're doing the radio thing. I see it. It's taking you over like Venom.
Am I too good? I can't. Like, I look at it. He's
got it back.
Too good. He says it to me, and I believe every fucking thing he says.
He was out, and he's coming back in.
I think you are back in.
Yeah,
I think you're.
I'm all the way back in.
No, God.
The radio thing is just like a drug for me.
Yeah.
Doing this
And you're addicted to drugs, and that's what I told Tom. I go, he's a drug addict.
Okay. We got something planned. We're doing next week. Then.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're gonna have you back on.
You always talk a big game about me doing stunts for a mediocre time, and you always fucking puss out.
Oh,
like you've lost your edge for the stunt game.
He has lost his edge. I tell him that all the time, because he's always like, "We got to overthink this. We got to think this thing out. Oh, we got to get the." And you know what he made me get? He made me at our 9-year anniversary. He made me get forms for everyone to fill out, and B, he made me fire a pedophile wrestler we had hired.
No, come on.
I had to fire him. I was like, we didn't know you were an unsavory cat. You're fired.
Tom, you talk about how much you love 90s radio. You wish that podcasting and radio still had that thing going of 90s radio. You love it so much, but you always fucking puss out.
But there's you age out of it.
This is playing well for my boxing matches. Like this, I love the boxing angle.
You age out of it. It's like
we can do it at Sanford. We shut down the L again, and we do the boxing match on the stage at the Ritz.
No. It's like Ric Flair gets out there. He's a bumbling old man, and you're like, God, Flair.
Yeah, I love Flair.
You're slapping his chest again, and you're like, just hang it up.
Would you box ladies again?
Yes, I would. I would not.
He's back in. He's all the way back in. He's all the way back in.
No. What does Kristen? Doesn't Kristen say something about this? She lived through it at the days back in when you were married. Isn't she hey, you don't need to do this?
Don't get mad at me, but I always thought that it was your questing for the stunts that may have driven a wedge between you two. That's not my business, but I always.
No. I don't think it is. I mean, she did not mind those. Like, I remember I had to rent this big rapist van with no windows on it, and had to take all the scooters up to Jacksonville just for me and Tom to scooter joust.
Why didn't you help him with the scooters? Because you were the big star. You were Drunky the Bear.
I rode in that rapist van. And then the gas was spilling all out of it.
Cigarettes blowing out the window. Oh my God, disgusting.
I had to slam on the brakes, and the scooters almost like went right through the front windshield because I had to slam on them so badly, and they just went, and they almost like killed me and her because they hit the back of the.
Wait, all three of you? I've seen that video.
Well, that was 20 years ago, Tuttle. 20 years. You can't keep doing it. That's what I'm saying. You're at the baseball game. They're firing a fastball.
We are gonna. Well, this isn't the end of this.
Yeah.
We would like to try and talk to you again about this in maybe a month or so.
What's the new show called? Where can people listen, Tuttle?
I don't know. Do you guys have any idea names? I haven't thought of anything good yet. I'm not
Hot Chicken Big Stick.
That's good.
Yeah, Hot Chicken Big Stick.
You want a logo? We can make you one 12 seconds.
Yeah, I'll make you a song too, but I can't play it because the listeners hate it. I'll just send it to you privately, and you can play it for yourself. But if I play it for the listeners, they'll write me and tell me they hate me.
Tom, can I just talk to you here for a second, Tom?
Shit.
That. I really think that if we went out one last hurrah and did a stunt on.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, I'm not going to do that. What's in it for me?
We do it.
You don't like the fans. You don't love the fans.
No. Why? Yeah, I mean, if they paid.
He doesn't love the fans. He loves the money.
No, they don't even want that. They say they want it, and then they're saying they're like, oh, this is sad.
They do say they want it. Like we
but they're lying. They think they do.
One time we had a real man contest, and then one of the the actual contest we had was the ladies aspect of it was ladies making sandwiches, and we had a fat lady make sandwiches, and she pulled her disgusting titties out and shook them all around as she sprayed like mayonnaise into the crowd. And they say they want that again, but they're lying. They do not want that again. No one wants
I mean,
that again.
I actually, I was in charge. One of the things that I was embarrassed about the most was when I had to oversee Super Bowl 50 during Super Bowl 50, and it was Jenny Jizz and another woman, and it was
the
so
Sausage
weird.
Castle?
Well, no, it was at Bubba's Race Shop.
Bubba's did this.
okay.
There have been many large men have put on contests to get the troops blowjobs.
Okay,
Normally, if you are an entertainer,
I thought that was only
here's
the
a fact.
Sausage
Here's a
Castle.
fact you don't know. If you're an entertainer and you're obese, you quest to get soldiers blowjobs.
So,
It's in your blood. Diabetes makes you do it.
do you guys? So there was 60 guys that showed up for this event. Okay,
Are they all? They're all like injured service people, right?
No, they were just random people. They put up a post on
Just
Craigslist.
random homeless people.
Yeah, no, and 60 of them showed up. Okay, so this was a Super
60 guys,
Bowl.
and you got a clipboard, and you have to take their name and email address down.
Oh, I had to photocopy 60 IDs when they came in. They laid it down because it was a football themed thing. They put down like a big thing of artificial turf. They had a field goal post in the background.
Don't forget the artificial turf. I just jizzed on artificial turf.
So you had two lines on each side. You had the women there, and then B Fudd was the referee.
B Fudd he's an intellectually
IQ 62.
Intellectually challenged human.
All right.
And he had a whistle, and every time a guy came, he would blow the whistle. He's like, he came, he come.
Don't say that. I would watch
What?
the shit out of this, dude.
Yeah. So
Like, I'm just being honest.
No,
Like,
you're
the rest
dead.
of you motherfuckers are lying. I didn't even know this exists. I'll be questing for this after the show today. What is this called, and where can I get it?
So these guys are on, and it was like, who could?
Do they all have their pants down at the same time? Because I feel like I would want to
No.
keep my pants on until it was my turn.
They all kept their shirts on, naked from the waist down, and so like. You could go a second time if you wanted to hop in the other line because you didn't get Jenny Jizz. You could go to the other one.
Wait, you could get seconds.
Yeah, so this guy, we had all these like rolling chairs, and this one guy, he didn't want to go a second time. He just sat down. He was like a black midget.
Come on.
And he sits down on the chair, pulls out of his pocket a tube of lube, and just starts jacking it while watching the other guys.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Get it done.
I don't see anything wrong with
You
that.
want this to be
I don't
your
see
office every day.
I don't see anything wrong with that. That's no different than being on your phone in a doctor waiting room. No different.
So that was a little awkward, you know. But,
The chat room, there's a lot of chat rooms is saying, what's happening? What is this? This has been the most intense first segment we've ever had. Oh, man. Yeah.
It was like, you ever been in those moments where like you never thought in a million years you would be watching Super Bowl 50 with a mentally handicapped person as the referee?
How do you win Super Bowl 50?
It was whoever got the most guys to come in the 30-minute time.
Did Jenny Jizz win?
Yeah, Jenny Jizz won, and
the goat.
the rules was you couldn't clean off your face like during the whole
Who
competition.
invented this? Who was the genius that invented it? Okay, we got to go.
We got the squirt Olympics too. We had a girl squirt over 10 yards.
No, you did not. No, he did not. No, he did
No,
not.
I swear to God, we
10
did.
yards.
Yeah, 10 yards. She was using one of those Hitachi massagers.
Yeah.
And she basically spit out a rooster tail like she was a goddamn jet ski.
Okay, all right. We love you, buddy. We'll be thinking about it. No, you're fine. You're fine. We just like
You're mad at me.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
The show.
No, it's the first segment.
It's the first segment.
We had a plan.
Yeah, we have to go. Tom is worried about you. I'm worried about you. We love you.
Yeah.
We're glad you're okay.
Are you going to post your first show with
Yes,
Kristen?
yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we
and
just
Let us know so we can help plug it and stuff, okay?
All right, and sorry she wasn't here, but you think maybe in the future that we might be able to come in for an in-studio?
For sure.
Yeah,
without a doubt. We've already planned that. We want to do that because I think the idea for your show, all jokes aside, is super creative. I think people would listen to that because not many people get to talk to their ex.
Oh, if there was an element of like cosplay where she's dressed like
she does it.
Yeah, Princess
she does do
Peach.
cosplay,
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Yeah, but think about like back to the OnlyFans. Tuttle's a nerd, and then Princess Peach.
You could be,
people like that.
You could be alt-right Luigi, and she could be Princess Peach.
Well, no, I was thinking that, it would be a great element is that if people wanted her to wear a costume or something like that, they could always send it. Yeah, I was going to create a wish list type
you got a
thing.
tip. If you want her to put that costume on, you got to send the costume and $500.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I'm telling you, listen, there is a whole business behind this. So
you think people would?
Yeah. Do I think?
You got two, maybe three here. I can't speak for the listener sitting here.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want to say his name, but, he looks like a good American.
Well, guys, I really appreciate you guys having me on. I don't have much of a life, and anytime you guys have me on, it reminds me of the good old days.
Well, we love you, buddy, and we wanted to check on you and make sure you weren't going back to your old tricks, your old ways.
He's back!
But I think you are fully back, and there's nothing that can be done. That is our slogan around here. Nothing can be done. So we'll talk to you in a month, okay?
All right, love you guys.
All right, love you too, buddy. Be good.
You're
concerned.
I'm going to get something together and get Tuttle. We're going to do an anus intervention with some former stunt people. And
a lot of chat. The chat room is shaking up. Everybody is pretty much on your side with no anus. We did get some people that said they're upgrading their BDM membership after this. It was an S-tier interview. Tuttle always, he's the realist. He's the realist.
Follow me with this.
Radio person.
Because
is this your final thought before we get around? I like it. Tom's final thought. Okay. I love a final thought. Right, give me one.
It turns out that Steve-O did do the Post Malone penis tattoo.
And it's really bad.
Yeah.
You know what's bad about it is I saw the original drawing and I'm like, okay, well, at least it's a well-drawn cartoon penis.
Yeah.
Post did a horrible job.
Yeah, he just did it like freehand, and it was all...
It's all jiggy-jaggy.
Yeah.
I don't think I expected that. Not that it matters, because it's still a cock on your face, but to me, I would rather it be... not look like somebody...
I thought he was like cleverly designed some sort of thing that looked like a penis, but also was like good art, but it wasn't that.
Penis.
It was a weird, like a kid drew a dick on your face dripping from the tip.
Right.
And so Steve-O got that tattoo.
Yes, he did.
And so when he first told me about it, I was like, no... in my mind, I didn't tell Steve-O this, but I was like, you don't need to do this, dude. You don't need to get the dick tattoo on your... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You already did a bit with him. He tattooed the ghost
you're
with
not
the
big
boner.
you're not big on the permanent bits.
Well, not even that.
I don't think you've ever been that way.
But I was like, Steve-O is now national tour. Like, he's got his life completely together.
I saw another interview with him where he explained it.
Of why he did it?
Yeah. So I think he said he was talking to his father. And I watched this yesterday, and he said, and this is a newer interview, even past when we've talked to him.
Okay.
And he says that he did it because he feels like he has to keep one-upping himself. And this is the biggest thing he could think of to do because it is permanent, and he wants to see how long he can hold on to it before he's forced to get it removed.
Okay, yeah. Because now they do have the technology to pretty much seamlessly remove it.
I don't know. I've never seen... Well, I guess since it's not done, it's not a great tattoo. Like like if you
it'd be hard to remove.
If you removed my left arm tattoos,
it's done by a pro. Yeah,
I don't know if you could do it now. It's so. This is like 7 sessions.
You'd see some remnants of it. Yeah,
always. There's a lady online that has her face done, and she's going through it right now. She's like a blue face, and she's having it done, and it looks terrible. It should have just left your face blue.
But then I started rethinking the Steve-O because at first I was like, you don't need to do this. But this is his lifelong art. I made a post on the BDM page about this. Like this, he's dedicated his entire life to doing absurd, crazy things,
and pushing his limits.
Yeah. And so if you look at it like this is his art, then I kind of look at it different. Like because at first I felt bad that he even wanted to do this. Like, what do you even want to, to get a tattoo on your face? You don't need to. But then now I'm like, it's just one more thing
It's
to
just
add to his art gallery.
Going with what you even said, it's one more story.
So maybe with Tuttle, like, this is his lifelong art as the radio stunt guy, and then, like...
It's a really positive way of looking at it.
And then if, like, as long as he doesn't get back into drugs and alcohol...
He isn't.
You know, he's not...
He's sober, so, I mean, I guess he can do whatever he wants, right? He's earned that right through his sobriety to inflate his anus. I can't say that with a straight face. That's fine. I was trying to be serious. Not good at it.
All right, let's take a break.
Yeah, buddy. The name of the artist is King Isis. The name of the song is Monkey. I think you're going to dig this. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN. If you'd like to call, show at TOMANDDAN20. If you would like to send us a last-minute email. We'll be right back. Streamline Mortgage. If you are looking to buy a new home, well, you got to start with the mortgage. You got to start with the pre-approval. You got to start with a plan. Brian Zeimel and his team, he can help you out.
Yep, you can go to streamlineflorida.com, and there's a Tom and Dan logo, and underneath that logo, if you click on it, it's Brian Zeimel's phone number. And you can text him, you can call him, he'll answer any questions you have. And Daniel's right, you have to prepare, especially if you're looking to buy a house.
Normally I don't say that, not much of a prepared guy, old Danny, but thank God my wife worked with Brian when it came time for us to do these things. It wasn't the right time for us, actually. We had to wait a little bit, and then Brian called us and said, hey guys, it's time now. But he can set up a plan for you because every case is a little bit different.
Yeah, 100%. And that's the key to it all, is talking to Brian and seeing if it works out. And he'll tell you what makes sense, what doesn't. It's streamlineflorida.com.
Hey! Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I am Tom. If you're looking for an awesome gift, or if you don't have anything to shave your face or your groin...
What were you going to say there?
Manscaped.
I thought you were going to say if you don't have a significant other to buy this for you.
You can buy the whole Beard Hedger Pro Kit.
The Beard Hedger's got the dial on it. Okay, that one, was I using that one this morning? No, I was using... the skin safe technology on my arms.
Yeah.
You know, I wear a lot of sunscreen, and because it doesn't nick or anything, you can go over your knuckles and you can get in your creases and your folds. And it's all brought to you by our good friends at Manscaped. Use this promo code
TOMANDDAN20. You get 20% off and free shipping worldwide.
Yep.
And it lets them know that you heard it from us. So
it
it's
does indeed.
Manscaped.com. So last night is Max's breakdancing night.
Yeah.
And so...
so you head over to the jail.
Yeah. And so I wait for him in the parking lot because it's such a far drive, and then I use that time
just
to
go inside.
Scroll.
You should go inside.
Well, you can't watch them until they do the cipher at the end.
That's right.
So there is an inside lobby, but it's just a bunch of moms.
But then they have to take your gun and everything and quick beep you in.
So I'm just sit in my truck and scroll and then write down things for the show or like gamble. Anyway,
gotcha.
So, but next to me,
better than what I do,
was a news van, which I thought was one of the parents of someone inside, because it's also like a big dance studio, so there's other dancers and stuff.
Sure, there's places hop.
So I saw the news van, didn't think anything of it, because sometimes people do use those station vehicles as like personal vehicles, or they're like...
I look down on you if you do that. Like if you drive any type of work vehicle and you drive it back to your house, I'm like, ugh, yuck, look at that, gross.
So then it came time for the last 15 minutes of the class. So that's when they do their cipher, and then they show off to all the moms. Which, again, I'm the only dad there.
So are they playing like boom bap old man rap? Are they playing new hip hop? What are they playing? Any curse words?
The b-boy instructor has his own playlist of all just breaking
Any $1 Million
music.
Baby? That's Maisie's favorite song.
It's all instrumental.
Okay, that's good. Music. That's good. Perfect.
So
just some beats.
Like long, 15-minute mixes. Anyway, so I walk in and I see a cameraman, and a reporter.
Uh-oh.
Right? And so
They have to spring to action.
and then they're filming like B-roll footage. I could tell because the reporter's like,
I see what you did. B-roll of the B-boy.
and so I'm like, oh, they're that news vehicle, whatever. They're here to film something.
I like how you're walking us through this as if you're just explaining how people's thoughts work. You're like, I looked and I saw a cameraman and a lady, and I was like, they're the news. Yeah, that's what the fuck. That's what your fucking brain does.
And so then as me and the other moms walk in, and it's time to watch
Why are you the only dad?
Because no other dad's going to go to this bullshit.
I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I think that's why dads get a bad fucking rap.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a compliment.
No, I feel like embarrassed.
You feel like it's bullshit?
No, I feel I'm not like I'm like I feel like everybody's like, look at this pussy.
No, I think it's the opposite. I think most of those women that go there, and no one can change my thought on this.
Or they think I'm a single dad?
No, I think they look at you and they're like, he's my old fat tub of shit. Look at this hunk comes in here and he's good looking kid and he stands there and he goes for the cipher and my fat hunk of shit. He drives his work van all the way home. Ew, gross. Like, I bet you they think it's cool that because I know in Maisie's dance when I show up to stuff, people are like, they like it. They're like, oh, dads, we like it when dads are here. Because dads are pieces of shit.
So I just like it because like Crystal's usually cooking dinner or doing some laundry or something, and then I'm like, I'll take Max, and then I sit in my truck and I can scroll TikTok. Anyway, so they're filming the thing, right?
Yeah.
And so then the reporter, and by the way, this is Telemundo, which if anybody watches Telemundo, this might be on today's Telemundo. I don't know. I'm sure they follow the same news schedule as everybody else, right? Like 6 o'clock news. Do they still do that?
I don't know. It might be during their siesta. like, I don't know.
So
they do.
So then they start doing interviews and they start interviewing all the kids. So I put Max's interview up on the BDM page, and so they could, which I did think I was like, he's talking in English. This is a Spanish news station.
I would have said anything to that. Holy I just said.
The Spanish reporter.
God damn it!
It's like the stereotype.
It looks like Sofia Vergara. I didn't even say her name. Sofia Vergara. It looked like the lady from that dumb show.
And so they interview Max, and then so Max does his interview. They ask him to do a freeze. He does a little baby freeze.
He did a good job on it, too.
And then that's the name of the freeze, by the way. I'm not insulting
It's
him.
called a baby freeze. Yeah.
So then
Crystal told me that.
So they do that, and then the reporters are like, all right, we want to interview a parent. So the
come by on here, businessman.
So I was like, and all the other moms are like, nope, no, like we're not doing it.
I'm telling you.
And then Max has been like one of the kids. There's two kids that have been there like the longest, right? That have continued to
Max
go.
Max has got tenure now, man.
And
he's one of the older dudes.
So the owner runs over and like, oh, Max's dad's been here. Max has been here a long time, so he'll do the interview. And I'm like, all right. And so because I've done lots of these news hits.
You have.
And
but
so,
normally you're goofing.
Like
your infamous Bye Bye Fingers. The infamous Pyro Spot, fireworks.
And then
is that still online?
I think it is.
I got to find Tom at Pyro Spot and put it up for you guys.
So, and I've done a lot of these news hits
more
before.
than anybody I know.
And I know these reporters, they just want good sound bites.
They just want a bite.
Right? So I'm like, I can't wait because I'm going to give them the Haktua.
Fuck her in the pussy, yeah.
No. We got to spit on it. The Haktua.
I know what it is, but I was giving you a different one. The fuck her right in the pussy.
And then, as they're walking over to me, I'm like, how do I work in Haktua? And then I'm like, I got it. I'm going to say that I was an old breakdancer and my b-boy name was b-boy Haktua. And then I'm going to get it out there on Telemundo, and then I'll tell the BDMs to watch Telemundo. I'm going to give a Haktua.
You troll Telemundo.
Yeah. And I'm doing the old school Baba Booey. Right?
You really are. Somebody said that in the chat room. I was like, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. I see OJ and he looks scared. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was the best.
So I'm like, I love this.
I got nothing.
And so they came over to me. They're like, "Do you mind doing an interview?"
You love
I'm
your
like,
boys
"Let's do it."
so much.
So then they called Max over there, like, "Oh, let's have you stand next to Max." And then so as Max walks over, I'm like, "Shit, I can't do the hot tour because what if the lady knows?" She's like, "That's it." Like storms off.
That lady, she knows.
Yeah, like she knows the hot tour. She knows what I'm doing.
She knows how to spit on it.
And he's like, I'm sure she's seen it online and the social media, the memes. Like,
I mean, if you work in news, of course.
Yeah, there's a Spanish hawk tour out there for sure. So then she called Max over, and then Max is standing next to me. So I'm like, I can't do hawk tour because she may storm off. So I'm like, I'll play it straight. And then
straight? You could have just figured something out.
So then as she's interviewing me, I'm saying like, oh yeah, I'd like, and then I'm kind of trying to be exciting as possible because they're used to like someone
they do like movement. They like you to kind of, you're doing the old drunk of the bear.
And then so I'm like, oh yeah, because breakdancing is going to be in the Olympics this year.
Perfect.
So we're all proud of it.
Perfect.
And then,
I take credit for that when I told you that.
So then she asked me, so like, well, how did your son get into breakdancing? Like, were you guys dancers? Like you or your wife dancers, and then at first I thought I was like, "This is perfect for hawk tour," but then I was like, "No, like me and my wife can't dance. It's probably because we're white." And then when I said that, she fell out laughing, and then the cameraman started laughing. Like she legitimately ran out of the from holding the mic, laughing so hard. And then I was like, "Oh, the Spanish news loves white people jokes."
They do. You found your audience.
So then I said that one joke. And I have no idea what they'll use because they cut the shit up, but it could be on Telemundo tonight.
I hope they use that.
Yeah,
chances are they would cut that out.
The news, today's news, they like. I mean, at this point in time, whatever the most ridiculous shit.
No, I mean, you know what? Maybe I'm completely wrong because they do have the craziest outfits. They got the cleavage crazy. They are a little more.
But even regular news, they only want like when I was doing the Pyrospot news state, like I was saying ridiculous shit, and the guy was like, "Yes, I love this.
Keep going, Florida man."
They want all the most ridiculous stuff.
I wonder what people think. Do they think that they'll cut it or run it? Was Max like over the moon though? Was he freaking out?
No,
because when I watched it, I was kind of like, oh my God, he's getting his first taste of like kind of that like. I mean, no one would say that we dislike attention if we do this, or you dislike.
Oh, Max
attention.
Definitely. Tommy hates attention. Max likes it.
What did Tommy think of it? What was his take on the whole thing?
It's funny when me and Max got in my truck, drove home, never even talked about it.
That is so you, dude.
Sat there in silence.
That is so you.
Although he ran and told Crystal because he decided to tell Crystal, but
he cares about her.
We never talked about it in the car or anything.
Yeah. You only talked to the parent you love.
And then he was like, "How do we watch that?" I'm like, "No idea, sir."
You call him sir? No wonder he loves his mom.
I'm like,
Mom, we're back. Me and sir are back.
I don't even know. Like, I know Telemundo, but we don't have that channel. I'm sure it's going to be online, possibly. At some point in time.
Let me look. Let's see. Orlando.
But then I also told them, I was like, they cut these things up into 2-minute segments, so they were there filming the whole damn class. Which is, by the way...
I can't read Spanish. I don't know what none of the shit means.
Put it in ChatGPT. It knows. But they film so much just to use, 2 minutes of, footage, which is crazy. It's such a waste of time.
There was a time when... I've told this story before... Is there a possibility that you get one of these? Because my mom was mortified. They did a story, and this is before kids were they would blur faces and do shit like that. There was a time when people just go out there and just start they're just the news is just videoing whatever the fuck they're videoing and fuck you, we're doing it.
Yeah.
And they came to my school, and I was a little kid, and they filmed us on the playground. And I remember coming home and telling my mom that they filmed us on the playground today, and I might be on the news. And when I got home. We watched the piece, and the piece was about horribly sexually abused children. And they did, and here I come sliding down the slide, and my mom is more she's a Christian one. She's like, oh my God. To her, it was I can remember.
It was back when people watched the news.
It was. A lot of eyes on it, especially locally. And I can remember my mom and dad having an adult discussion that I didn't fully understand about how my mom didn't want me to be on the news sliding down a slide when they're alluding to I've been sexually abused. She was just it was not good.
Well, speaking of being embarrassed and a lot of people seeing something, going back to the Hawk Tua joke, and I asked Crystal if she knows.
I find that girl like she looks. This is the first time I've ever said this.
So do you think
this is the first time I've ever said this?
Some people that are hearing this that have no idea what I'm talking about.
No.
Most people
not by the time they listen to this. Most people have seen this.
Okay.
She looks. And I've never said this. This is one of the only times because I see everybody making their memes and saying all pretty disgusting stuff about her and spit on it and all that. She looks so young, and I never say that.
She does look young.
I'm like, holy smokes, that's a child. You know, like because her teeth.
Yeah.
It's the way her teeth.
I don't know how old she looks. Like she's 19 to 21.
Not
or something like that.
But the way her teeth come out of her mouth, like on all the memes, looks like a child. To me, there's something about it that's childlike. Like they look like baby teeth. And it's fucking with me, dude. Because she's very attractive. That's not what I'm saying. But it's just like one of the only times I've ever looked at something like that that's supposed to be like, haha, and I'm in on the joke, and I'm like, oh wow.
It's
not working.
I think that's normal, unless you're Bill Belichick.
Did you see the video of him leaving his house with his shirt off? Did you see that video?
I'll go to my girlfriend's cheerleader convention.
Did you see him walking
Old
out
man
of the house
Belichick, 100 million there. No.
You ever see that video? There's Ring doorbell footage of him like walking from his girlfriend's apartment, and he has like no shirt on. He looks good. He looks good.
How Belichick's 70?
He looks good. He's got the put 'em ups. You know, he's got
the big Duke belly.
No, he does not have a big Duke belly. He's kind of sucking it in. I mean, it's a little melty, but it's just he looks like the.
He's walking out of her apartment.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Andrea, send that to me. My wife had it. She showed it to me. We were laughing and laughing.
Don't you hang out in your nice ass millionaire home instead of your girlfriend's?
The only time I've
apartment?
ever seen the interior of his home was during the draft, and he was sitting at a shitty table in a shitty kitchen. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy lives in squalor.
No, he's got a mansion. He's worth $200 million. He's got a mansion.
Where is it? I've never seen it. I bet it's hoarded up. I bet it's messy as shit. He looks like a messy as shit.
Back to the Haktua. So, for those who don't know, there is a girl that did some
young Tennessee girl.
What was this interview even for?
It's one of those
some online bullshit.
Yeah, all these online shows and
Man on the Street.
Yeah, Man on the Street. Like our buddy, a local Orlando comedian, Christoph Jean. He used to do one for Snapchat. Tuttle used to do it for the Monster. Like people, you get them on the street, and there's really famous ones. That guy, Andrew Callahan, used to do it. He'd go down to like Beale Street in New Orleans and interview people for Mardi Gras, and then people say the most outlandish things. That's what they're going for. They want to get you fish out of water, you're lubricated with beer, you're coming out of a bar, and then they ask you something like, hey, where's the craziest place you've ever given a blowjob? And that's supposed to be the new...
And then you're hoping...
This is where we're at. This is where we're at.
But this has always happened since old radio days.
Oh, yeah.
Man on the Street.
Nothing has changed.
So they interview this girl, and she makes some sort of comment about what guys really like, and she's like... What they like is, and she made a spit sound effect, which is a hot tour.
Yeah, give me a move. I think his question was, give me a move in bed that would like impress a man or something. And she's like, you got a hot tour and spit on that thing. Something like that, she says.
And so that...
Which, by the way, I would love it if my wife did that. Not into it. I've told her before, like, get it super wet. Can we get it more?
Is it dry?
I'm like, God, Nick, can we get it like, I want it sloppy. I want it where your mouth is going up and down like an Italian Ferrari piston. You know? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't.
It's dry.
Well, it's not always dry. It's just
you
like
just took a sock off.
Yeah, it's like smooth and stops. And smooth and stops. It's like trying to put on a wet pair of pantyhose.
So she says that, Hawk 2 spit on that thing or whatever, and then that clip has gone crazy on the internet, and a million memes, and they put it on everything that's Hawk 2 2024 for president.
Oh my God, it's tearing a chat room apart. Apparently all men, like me, have had discussions with their wife after seeing the meme about like, hey, I kind of do like the Hawk 2. Because Shredbear said he got in an argument because he wanted a Hawk 2 last night too.
Guess what? Your wife ain't spitting on nothing. She's like, I'm not doing that.
What do you think I am? Some sort of whore?
So anyway, this has gone crazy, and apparently they cannot find this person.
She knows where she is.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And people know her, and if her circle is keeping it close to the vest, then she is the greatest friends ever. Because I'm surprised the internet mob has not. Normally... They find her within minutes.
Someone knows.
They
this
isolated
person.
her friend. They isolated exactly who her friend is in the video. They know exactly who she is. They found all of her social media. It appears
that Haktua doesn't have social media.
No, the theory that because I knew you were going to talk about this today, so I did some extra research. Normally, I don't. You know more about social media now than I do.
I don't know.
Or what's going on social media. I may know how to use it better, but you know the trends better than I do.
I just scroll a lot more.
Right. So I had to look, and then gosh, shit flies. So and they found her friend. They dialed in all of her social media, and they think that her friend knew, like, kind of felt like it was going to go viral or something, like got to it early and pulled everything.
Like her own social media.
Her own social. Because they feel they can't find it connected to anybody else in the video. That was the last video I watched. With names. They had names of people in it.
You never could have imagined that this would go this viral and become, a cultural...
Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah. And the internet's gone crazy with it. So then...
Because it's sex. It's people... It's sexier than Leroy Jenkins. So that was more racist.
The fact...
It goes, if you want to do it, it goes sex over racist. But racist is still up there.
Number 2. Right behind it.
Tight number 2. And racist sex, that'll be on next week's show. We'll have to talk about that whole two-parter.
So the fact that no one can find her tells me that she doesn't want to be found, right? Because how has this affected this person's life? Everyone around this person...
It's not a positive.
Has seen this, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody this person works with, like this person's partner, family, has all seen her, Haktua, the whole thing.
No, she's not doing anything wrong. She's not saying anything wrong. She's not... she's just
fucking around.
She's being slightly crass.
Yeah. But... So I'm fascinated with how much this has affected this person's life because, like,
enough for her to disappear and not want to be found.
Yeah, and it's not even that bad of a, it's not, she made some sort of joke about spitting on someone's penis. This is
what I was doing last night. Tracy put a few comments in our chat room. Users have since discovered a comment from Tim and DTV, the original interviewers of the Haktua girl, tagging 2 women, Chelsea Bradford. That's the one that I knew in the video. I watched that last night. Chelsea Bradford and Haley Welch. But it appears it may have since been deleted. Chelsea Bradford has a picture alongside Haley Welch on her Vesco account, seemingly confirming her and Welch as the viral sensations in the video. As of last night... when I read this, they had Chelsea Bradford nailed down. This is how quickly these people can do this. This also shows you how, like there are very few people outside.
Leave them alone.
Yeah, there's very few people outside having a cold glass of water. Most people are in front of their screens, banging away at other people's privacies.
Now, what's interesting is, like, if you think about it, if you wanted to be more famous than you even were, but doing this is making it worse. Or making it better for you.
Hold on. I didn't think about that.
The fact that now it's a mystery is because this probably would have burned out by now and be done with it, and we move on next week.
If she offered herself up to us.
If she wanted
to the masses. They're like, where are you? If she offered herself up.
She's like, hey, I'm Haktua, and then everybody's like, all right. But now that it's a mystery, it's just like that plane girl. Remember that? Like she freaked out on the plane.
Oh, I loved her. She was hot too.
And then no one could find her, but that kept it going for a lot longer. Once they found her, it was done. And they were like, oh, okay. Yeah. Because remember, it was like, oh, she's an alien.
What if we never
really saw
what if we never find her?
The Haktua? No. They'll find Haktua. And then it'll be done. So, honestly, she should come out. If she's trying to actually be hidden, her best course of action is to actually expose herself. Yeah, and then it'll be over.
I would agree with that.
But now the internet is like looking for her and is keeping it alive.
She smacks of those girls that I met. They're smoking hot. Anybody that grew up in the church will know this too. There's smoking hot country girls. You grow up in the church, and these girls would be like, they're so hot, but they're so prudes, but they say, they still party and say crazy things.
Yeah.
But like, let's say her dad is like some small town preacher or like a pastor in a Methodist church or something. My God. And then she's like, I'm sorry, Daddy. I can see that whole thing happening.
That's already a meme. Haktua's dad, and it's, what's his name, smoking a cigarette?
Tim McGraw?
No. The actor. Remember they use that, he's always depressed smoking. He was Ben Affleck.
Oh, okay.
You know the Ben
okay.
Affleck meme of him smoking a cigarette? It's like...
I think that I could see that totally happening. I could see it where to her it's not a big deal, but it's really embarrassing to like...
Everybody
around her mom. Yeah. Maybe her mom's mortified.
Also,
her mom's wearing those like Lily Pulitzer dresses, and her name's like Lemon. You know, that's really Southern if your name is like Lemon.
And how bad of a look could you have? Because like if someone is filming nowadays,
what about the other girl? See, she's already been found. So you're right. We're testing the theory right now. The other girl, I forget her name, Stephanie Chelsea Bradford. Chelsea.
Because now they have face recognition you could put into social or whatever. There's some sort of app or whatever. You could put someone's face in and it'll search the internet, all of social media, and find people.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure people are already trying to do that. But like, what's funny is that the other girl, people are like, they found her, right? And she's just as attractive and part of the thing. So just going on your theory, testing it. No, she didn't say the infamous phrase, but also somebody that you could obsess over if you were, and they've already moved on.
Yeah.
They look at, oh, that's the friend now. We saw her. We don't care. Chelsea Bradford, we're on.
But
that's like, weird, dude.
But this thing to go as crazy as it did is just some weird anomaly that everybody, like, at this point in time, if that video came out...
we're late to the party talking about this.
No, I know, but the memes and it's all over social media. Anyway, I just thought it was pretty fascinating that some shit like this happens and it spreads around so much, and then the person's life is being affected by it, and with no benefit to them whatsoever.
What do you think she's doing right now?
She's probably staying off social media.
Well, all the comments are good. Other than you...
Yeah, they're not making fun of her. They're using what she said as other jokes.
Yeah, the only thing negative from this that you could get from this is that maybe she is a sexually liberated woman who is practicing sex for fun. And I'm just trying to paint the... You know what I'm saying? That's the only negative. It's not like anybody's saying you're gross, you're a horrible person, you shouldn't have done this, people don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, you weren't racist like most videos I see on Instagram where it's like people fighting in Juneteenth and they're hitting a guy with like a black
you don't
people
want to be known
attacking
for that.
white people in a like a boat dock, and I'm like, well, that one is to me. If you're the white guys at the boat dock yelling at the black guys and they're hitting you over the head with chairs, that's terrible. You go kill yourself. Get out of it. You're terrible.
Yeah, you don't already known for that. Yeah,
this isn't that bad.
It isn't.
It's kind of like being known like, oh yeah, like I saw him, he has a big dick. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I have a big dick. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a bad thing to be the girl that gives great blowjobs.
Yeah. Or even makes a joke about it.
Right.
That's
not a bad thing.
But still, the fact that she's, hidden tells me that this has probably ruined her life in some aspect, right?
Spitting on that thing. You ever had that?
No.
I've never had that. You ever had that? I'm not going to out you. I'm not going to say who you are.
I feel like...
You know, I feel like gets that all the time and doesn't deserve it. And this is a hot take. Jelly Roll. Because his wife is so hot, and she's like she's very sex forward, and she's a sexy baby, you know. And I feel like Jelly Roll gets a lot of hot to it, and I don't think that's fair.
I mean, there is also the element of things. Sorry.
Let's take a break. You want to take a little break?
Yeah.
The name of the band or artist is Low Hum. The name of the song is Only If You Say So. We'll be right back. 1-844-TOMNDAN show at TOMANDDAN20 for last minute emails.
If you're looking to purchase a vehicle, we've got 2 dealerships that we've been working with for a long time.
How long's it been now?
It's been...
It's like 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. It's Sport Subaru. Their brand new dealership right on North John Young Parkway is right there. And if you're looking to buy a Subaru, talk to Mike Stacks. He's our sales guy that we work with. If you fill out the form at TOMANDDAN20, it'll go directly to him. Or just ask for Mike Stacks, and at least you know a guy when you're looking to purchase
Ross
a vehicle.
got a Subaru, and it's freaking awesome. He got this, like... I believe he has the Outback with the baseball leather seats in it.
Oh, really?
It's just gorgeous. Yeah, they're great cars, man.
Yeah, they maintain and hold their value.
They do.
They've got a lifetime powertrain warranty. And so talk to Mike Stacks at Sports Subaru. If you're looking for the Chevrolet side of things,
Yes.
a truck. I know my wife drives a Chevy Traverse she bought.
What if you're like
Don
a
Mealy
boring
Chevy.
dad and you want just a standard sedan?
Yeah,
I want a sedan.
Yeah, Don Mealy Chevrolet in
Yeah.
Claremont. J.C. Harrelson is our contact over there. He'll put you with the salesperson. He's the general sales manager there, so he'll hook you up.
He can definitely do
Just
that.
let them know that you're a Tom and Dan listener so they give you the VIP treatment because
Sure.
they will.
There's a click-through on our website at TOMANDDAN20, a little form you can fill out. It goes directly to them. And you can even let us know, like, hey, I reached out to them. We love hearing it. They love hearing it. It really helps out the business.
And if you purchase a vehicle, you can come in and watch the show. Just let us know. It's Sports Subaru right there in North John Young Parkway and Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont.
When I feel it in my body.
And welcome back. My name's Dan.
I'm Tom.
Let's open these Hooters trading cards. That was weird, right?
Hold on, before we
Weird
do
comeback.
that,
That was a weird comeback. Look at these Hooters trading cards we have.
Oh yeah. I can't believe they're made in Boca Raton.
Yeah.
Like,
These are custom. These are like custom Hooters trading cards that we're going to open from 1994, made in Boca Raton. But yeah, what are we going to talk about here?
So we had Tony Robertson. He's going to be at the Funny Bone.
Oh, okay.
and-
We are going to talk about this.
Yeah. So, and I'm not-
So I can tell.
I don't want to embarrass him. I don't think he
I don't think you can.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
I mean, I'm virtually certain he's rich.
yeah.
He loves what he does. He loves hanging with us, and we're buddies, and he likes a good joke. And he even said it himself. You have to be able to get made fun of.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
we made a conversation about that. Listen to the interview. It's really good.
So, super nice guy. By the way,
I can't get it out of-
fast as shit. Unbelievable at 60 years old that
Oh,
he
I thought
can.
you were saying that.
What do you mean?
You just said fast as shit.
Yeah. Oh.
I didn't know. I didn't know I knew what the fuck you were doing.
So I've been mentally.
Yes.
And physically. But so he anyway, after we did the interview, it's up. It's going to be up soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I have to put up best ACT best of. I'll put up his.
If you're
interview.
listening to this podcast, it's already up.
Yeah,
if you want
it's
to hear
already
it.
up.
So anyway, after the interview, we do our nicey, like, hey, good luck this weekend, whatever. And then
Well, he beelined
to the bathroom.
to the bathroom,
We-
and then I said,
Yeah.
"Hey T, get him a shirt." And I said,
Yeah.
"You want a shirt?" And he's like, "What? Hell yeah, I want a shirt."
Yeah. So we both, and we keep our shirts over by the bathroom, right?
Yeah,
So
like where everybody keeps their fucking
No,
shirts
well,
by the bathroom.
we have some sort of IKEA drawers, but that's like on the wall
I
next
don't
to our
want
bathroom.
those. I don't want those anymore.
And we have
You're
stickers
gonna come back
and
on
promo.
Monday. I'm tearing everything out of this motherfucker.
And then we've got a bunch of shirts that we got a long time ago, and we've gone through different iterations.
Well, we've
of
had.
these
I think
shirts.
we've had them for 4 years. We just keep forgetting to give them to people. Like we have
Yeah.
guests all the time.
But we came up with this idea to give guest shirts a long time ago, and sometimes it pays off. Like I remember 2 or 3 scenarios, like when Tom Segura.
that was at the old studio.
At the old,
Yeah.
like
He
wore.
wore it when he was fat, Tom.
And then
Before the pores, he
So-
wore
yeah.
our clothing.
It was before he got
Yeah.
ultra famous.
He'll never
but-
wear it again. Too many Porsches, too many leather jackets. The guy, no, never
but
again.
He did tweet out like
And you could tell him that from me.
he's probably still on his Twitter somewhere. He tweeted out him wearing the Tom and Dan shirt. Then Brad Williams, and it was weird. This comes up cyclical every once in a while. We gave Brad Williams a shirt, and
Yeah. And he wore it to bed one night.
no.
Hey!
There's a picture of him standing next to Snow White at the theme parks.
Yes, that's
that,
right.
It pops up like once
all
every
the time.
couple years.
And it's the hot Snow White, too.
And then someone will send it to me like, look, Brad Williams is wearing your shirt. And I'm like, this happened 7 years ago. Like,
And then everybody says, like, hey, Dan, looking good. Like, I get the once a year, I get the hey, Dan.
So anyway, but then we've given out hundreds of other shirts for nothing because it's a waste of money. Anyway, so I go over there and I open. So he goes into the bathroom, and
this is the first. By the way, no one has ever done this. We've never had a guest.
Yeah,
and you can whatever that means is whatever it means. But we've never had a guest do an interview and then go into the bathroom and shit it up.
We may. I mean, it could have happened.
No,
we just didn't notice.
Dude. I know. I got the nose.
But
follow my nose. It always knows. There's no way this has never happened. Because normally when they leave, I go right into the bathroom to take a pee.
yeah.
One of us is going to pee afterwards, guaranteed.
Because usually a 45-minute interview, sometimes an hour.
It's always in the morning. I'm having stupid Mountain Dews.
Yeah.
You know, always right to the bathroom.
So the weird thing is like, so I have to open the drawer to get the shirts that we're going to give our guest. It like you couldn't open the bathroom door at the same time the drawer's open because the drawer
because it's a shit check, a tiny little fucking shit check we got.
Yeah. So it's smaller than it looks.
We're not talking. This isn't fucking. We're not Jelly Roll over here. We're not Haktua on the Jelly Roll. We're a little fucking small time bullshit.
We'll ask our guest. This is smaller than you expected, correct? Yeah. Everybody says it. Everybody's like, God damn, this is a.
Oh, it's a shit check.
Who died in this coffin?
Who died in this coffin? You motherfucker.
Hey,
you motherfucker.
On the internet, it looks way bigger.
Marty's dead, by the way. I hope you're happy. Marty died. The big guy, Marty, he died.
Whatever.
Oh, wow.
You hated his
I did hate him. And I'm glad he's dead.
So anyway,
What are we doing?
So he went into the bathroom, shut the door, and I opened the door.
In here saving the file.
And then I'm like, and I do this with every guest. Then I'm like, what size shirt do I give him? I don't want to be insulting because sometimes I'm like,
God, dude, you just give him a fucking shirt. You're not going to hand him a 2X and he's going to be like, you thought I was fat, motherfucker?
No, I think about this shit.
Fight your ass.
Like I've handed listeners 3X shirts before, and then they're sad.
And they're like, do you have anything bigger? They do.
No, they're sad that I assume they needed a 3X.
No, that has never happened. That's in your mind, dude. That's as crazy as me not being able to get on a plane. That's not real.
I saw it in their eyes.
No. Oh, my God, I figured it out. It's as crazy as me not being able to get on a plane. It's all in your mind. That's not real. Now, you have gone to give them a shirt, and they've gone like, I'll try it. We've had that. And I'm not calling anybody out.
And then I think, don't even try it. We all know. Anyway, so, and I'm saying this because I want to explain how fast this happened. So as soon as he shut the door,
no, the file didn't save. Whatever happened in there, the file wasn't saved.
So
he came out faster than a fucking digital file.
He closed the door. I opened the drawer. I'm looking.
Oh, he's a rapper now.
I'm looking through the T-shirt piles because we have them all. They're not organized.
Yeah, it's all a fucking mess.
So Butler was supposed to organize them. And so anyway, I'm looking through. I'm like, do I get him extra large? I should get him a large or whatever. And then all of a sudden I hear the toilet flush, and then I'm like, oh shit! I grabbed an extra large.
We're all out of larges to me.
Yeah.
I walked out there into the lobby.
Yeah, and so then I had to fast close the drawer so he could open the bathroom door. Like,
so then
that's how fast it was. Open the drawer. I'm looking for a large, and then I hear the toilet flush.
Open the drawer. He opens the door. Then I come back in here and I sit down.
Yeah.
And the file is saving, right?
Yeah.
And normally we're just going to go get a photo. Like, that's what we would normally do. So I prepare myself, but I'm not in the lobby yet. You're the only one out there.
Yeah. So then I grab the XL. So he comes out of the bathroom. We also, I should say this detail, our bathroom door.
I'm going to gag.
If you don't close it and it doesn't latch.
Yeah, that's called the Jake the Snake.
It opens. It slowly just opens. Like, the door is not balanced.
I'm going to fix it. I have to balance the door.
The door's not balanced.
I fix the ones in my house. I know how to do it.
So if it's not latched, it'll just open
wide open. The next thing you know, there's fucking 7-foot tall Jake the Snake with his dead cock in his hand. It's dead. A dead cock. Gray dead cock. 3 drips of pee-pee coming out.
And so that happened. And so then Tony comes out and we're talking to him. I give him the shirt. He's like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
I appreciate this.
But I start coming out to get the photo. Yeah. And it starts coming at me, dude. It started coming like it started getting sweet.
So
everything I started feeling.
So my eyes were watering while I was talking to him. I did notice. I thought that there was a plumbing issue.
I started smelling candy, and then I'm like, oh shit, I got some weird new COVID. Because I'm like, I'm talking about where you sniff and then you want to smell air, but it was not air. You know what it smelled like? It smelled like I put my face into a bag of rotten Sour Patch.
And I'm not doing this to embarrass him. Because he destroyed the bathroom.
It was the worst.
But it was the fastest shit I've ever.
So fast.
I've never seen
Faster
someone
than a digital file.
take a shit that fast.
Mega shit.
Like I opened
It was
the door.
so hot in the bathroom too because I had to pee. So I go into the
It
bathroom.
with no noise. I was sitting right next to the, so it wasn't like it was like boom.
Before you and I talked about it.
I didn't even hear it. I was like, oh shit. That's why I thought he took a fast piss.
Before you and I
he's
talked
6
about
years
it.
old, so I know like 6-year-olds sometimes you like to push out a little bit of pee pee.
Before you and I talked about it, I had to pee. I went in there. And then I was in there. I was like, I was like, yeah. It was like I was having.
You had to light a match.
I had to light a match, and I was like waving it all around, and I was waving it, and I'm peeing and I'm peeing, and then I came in. And I told you, what the fuck happened in there, man?
It was the fastest I've ever seen.
It was and it was hot in the bathroom. Like whatever he did, it produced an amazing. You know, like when you take. a piece of plastic and you bend it back and forth between your hands, like 3 times, you go, wah, wah, like you bend it and then you touch it with your finger, it's red fucking hot.
Yeah.
That's what happened in there. It was like he was his own energy source. It was insane. I was sweating while I was peeing.
I don't want him to get mad. I'm like, why?
He's not going to get. You're overthinking it. I think he'd say like, hell yeah, I blew up the bathroom. I mean, he's a human. That's fine. He's more than welcome to do it again.
So
we're just experiencing it.
A BDM is here to watch a show, and he brought us a gift. And so,
It's
and
like
by the way,
coolest gift anybody could get me.
Ryan, did you purchase a vehicle, a house, a house at Barton Crystal?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time with your wife.
So if you purchase a house with Barton Crystal, you get to come in and watch the show. And he brought us a gift, which is Hooters playing cards from 1994.
Trading cards.
Trading cards.
Playing cards would be nice too.
Yeah.
Put that on my my list. They're by Star. Sorry, I'm drinking a. I normally don't drink during the show, but I am having a get to work red lager because I like this beer. But this is Star International 1994 Boca Raton, made in the USA.
Yeah.
And it says win stuff. If you fold it down, it also says look for special coupons randomly inserted to instantly win special autographed cards, uncut sheets, and other sports memorabilia. What if we find one?
Can we still redeem it? Hooters is still a corporation.
I bet you they would probably do something for you. They seem like they're just good old boy enough that if you brought it to their attention, that they'd be like, hell yeah.
So you're going to open up your pack?
I'm going to open up my pack if I can. These are better made than most trading cards now. Like, I can't open this.
But, by the way, the Hooters waitresses in here are 30 years older. They're probably in their 50s and 60s.
Yes.
Possibly 70s. Although
those are the ones I liked when I was a young boy. The ones I liked were the ones that I was like, I don't know what this means, but she looks a little rough. You know what I mean? Like when I was a young boy, I would see that and I'd be like, and then I think what I knew then that I really know now is that they fuck better. Look at that, Rebecca Castro.
Okay.
What if we found somebody we know from Orlando and then looked her up and then get her card signed? Dude, we have to make it our quest to find these girls now and get them to sign our cards like real perverts. Let's do a Hooters pervert quest. We get Ryan's card. Oh, I'm sorry, I said his name. We get his cards and we take these to the girls now 30 years later. And we're like, can you sign our card?
You can find them on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is back in the day when they would use
Leanne Tweeden. Wasn't she famous? Didn't she do a porno? Leanne Tweeden?
That was probably a different. What if you put the
Melissa Elder? Look at her.
Would it?
God, these are the best. This is the best thing any listeners ever brought to our fucking studio.
You would be considered a horrible troll,
Ginger Thomas.
If you took a picture, let's say
Ginger's a Haktua. Look at that. Look at her teeth. She got the teeth. Haktua.
If you took a picture on your phone and then you found this person on Facebook and you're like, "Is this you?"
Custom Hootie the Owl. Hootie the Owl. We got Hootie. We got Hootie.
Is that a prize?
We got Hootie. I think we got a limited edition one. We got Hootie. We got the mascot.
You got a limited edition Hootie?
We got a limited. Oh my God, Michelle Armstrong zipping it down, dude.
That's a peak '90s wetsuit zip.
Tracy Boucher, and then our last one. We got a couple more here. Natalie Dockery. These girls got their titties out. And Rhonda Adams with the Hooters surfboard.
All right.
Oh, it has stuff on the back. Let's see. Rhonda Adams, at 5'6" and 108 pounds, blonde-haired, hazel eyes, Rhonda remains one of the most popular Hooters girls born in West Palm Beach. She loves Florida. Rhonda also enjoys the fun atmosphere and people at Hooters. Rhonda aspires to be a school teacher.
Well, what if she's a school teacher now? And then,
here's one more.
you show her, like, here's the card.
This is from Natasha Dockery. She says, a mysterious, dark-haired, dark-eyed beauty, Natasha is a customer favorite at the Oak City Hooters. A hometown girl, Natasha was born June 3rd, 1975. She's 1 year older than me then, so she's 49. She stands 5'7" tall and weighs 120 pounds. Aspiring towards a degree in psychology, Natasha thinks Hooters is, quote, fun and crazy.
I like it in the 90s, someone in, like, West Palm with dark hair, like, she's exotic.
Ooh la la. You that raven-haired beauty. Ooh la la. Melissa, let's see what hers says. With a career goal, pay attention, guys, to be a executive secretary, beautiful Melissa stands 5'7" tall and weighs 112 pounds. Sounds like management material and has brown hair and eyes. It says brown hair and eyes. It she has brown hair and also eyes.
Also, your goal is to be a secretary?
You can definitely tell that Andrea would have a heyday with the spell check and the way that these are printed. You can barely read that. Like, it's just horribly made.
So, my question is, if these women now saw all these playing cards, are they embarrassed about it? Or is this just part of their past?
That's a great question.
Like, does it ever get brought up again? Like, look, you're in the Hooters calendar or whatever.
Okay, to their husband, I'm just going to put myself in the role of Florida husband because that's what I am.
Yeah.
If Andrea had been a Hooters girl and...
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I would be pumped to tell people. I knew a guy, you knew a guy, we worked with a guy whose wife, he had many of them, was a Hooters girl. And he told everybody. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that is, I just use the things that I've done in life.
As a husband like it, but I'm saying as she...
No, she was cool with it.
Oh, yeah.
Because she had, like, it's not like
30 years later, though.
Yeah, but it's not like you look bad, is my point.
You're right.
Like, the idea of you getting selected to be this is something that not, and this is, you tread lightly, but not everybody can do this job.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to do this job. It's just not going to happen.
It's a liken to a model. You know, it's like you're a former model.
It's a more, like, aggressively sexual version, misogynistic version of that, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think they're pumped. And they may not want to say it, though, because I can only imagine you, if you were in their shoes, I don't think you'd want to make people feel bad that maybe you were that.
No, well, there is a cheesiness.
I don't know. I'm getting deep. This beer's kicking in.
Yeah, but like there is. If you are, let's say, like if she is an executive secretary for some sort of that was her goal, or school teacher. Let's say a school teacher.
Sure.
So then you're a school teacher in middle school, and then all of a sudden, some of your students find your old Hooters pictures.
Oh yeah, that would
and
be
they start
bad.
spreading it around. And,
that could definitely. We could make that happen. You're telling me not to do. Okay, gotcha. I got you. I'm sorry.
I like making it your goal. You like find this person, find their school they work, and they find the kid.
A helicopter over their school, just drop 100,000 of the cards on the school.
Well, now it's digital. You find their school, you find the kid, like the kids in their school, and you just Facebook it like, this is your teacher.
I just airdrop it to them. I just airdrop it like people do on planes when they airdrop their penises. Is that still a thing?
They airdrop their penises on the plane to everybody on the plane. No.
Yeah, guys go on the perfect. Like Kenny, he'll get on a plane and he'll take a picture of it and then he'll just airdrop it to everybody.
Don't they know where it's coming from?
Yeah.
Isn't that like I
don't think the laws have caught up to it yet. I don't think the laws have caught up to it yet. I don't think you clicked accept.
Yeah, but
you clicked accept
when the airdrop comes up.
I didn't mean to send it to you. I didn't mean to send it to you.
Oh, you as an accident?
It was an accident.
Well, you can say your trench coat breezed open, but
That's
the
what I
cops
said.
are like, we know
I
what you
have said
did.
that. I've said that. I've used that exact verb, breezed. I said it breezed open. And you know what? They bought it.
So, what did Maisie found a nose ring somewhere?
Oh no, okay. I just think this is really, really funny. It's kind of gross and kind of funny. So we went to that water park. Or it wasn't really a water park. We went to the Hilton Hotel, but it has like a slide and like a lazy river and all that.
Yeah.
So we're just hanging out there. Pardon me. And there's this. I didn't know this, but and it makes sense now. But there was a woman that was in the pool, and she had like really exotic, crazy. She's a black lady with crazy exotic braids, like the craziest, most exotic, cool braids I've ever seen.
But then when I see that, I'm like, what a hassle to deal with.
Hours.
I couldn't, you know, like
it's a commitment. It's like tattoos. It's a commitment.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's an impressive feat to even get that and then to live with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
maybe even more than tattoos. And the idea that
like
then you'll change it.
It's
and do
heavy.
It again. No, you gotta get it redone.
Yeah.
It's not like once this is on me, I'm kind of done with it for years, and I can just figure. I think naturally because your hair is living, you have to get it redone. Anyway. So she's sitting there like enjoying the pool with her friends and everything, like a younger like black lady, and she is so funny because Maisie must give off these vibes. She's like, "Excuse me, little girl," and I'm just over on the side watching, and she's like, "I lost my nose ring in the pool, like right around here, and I can't get in the water because of my braids."
Yeah.
And Maisie's like, "Oh, yeah, we'll totally find that." So she goes and gets her friends, and they all go back there. They get their masks. And for hours, they just swept the pool. And damned if one of Maisie's friends, wham, pulled it up. And the lady was like, yeah. And then, like, the lady just kept hugging her. She was, like, crying. They were little heroes. They're fucking little heroes.
You know, that is a good move to just keep your kids busy.
I told the lady, low key. I told the lady.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, then they want you to play, some sort of hide and go seek. You're like, God damn.
I told the lady, though, I go, they'll find it. And I knew that because I know my kid.
Yeah.
Even if the other two girls, which, I mean, I could see that maybe they weren't as into it as
if
my
they
girl.
quit, Maisie will never quit.
She'll never quit. Like, she'll do it. She'll storm the Capitol, and it's coming down. Like, yeah, she's hanging someone that day. Like someone's getting drug out. No, she was all in it, and they damned if they didn't find it. But yeah, you're right. So that is, I mean, see, you are a better parent than me. Naturally, you're just like, how can I use this? Oh, okay, I can just have the missing nose ring. The missing earring. It doesn't even have to be real.
Yeah. You just set it up with someone. You pay someone, like, I'll buy you a drink.
Crystal could do it. Crystal could take one of her earrings out, put it in her pocket, and go like, oh, boys. Boom.
Yeah. Then for hours.
Damn, you're better than
Although my sons, they get lazy after a while. They'll be like, can't find it. It's been 3 minutes. So, and then the last thing I wanted to talk about is, what is the rat face boyfriend thing?
Let me pull this up.
Because I don't even understand are they attracted to rat face, or is it what is it?
Yeah, there are women. It was a New York Times article. That's where I saw it. And this year, it is the year of the rodent man. They're proclaiming.
Oh,
let me see. I put this up for everybody to see. Oh, God, it's going to ask. Okay, I can't put it up there. Anyway, it's the year of the rodent man, meaning that, like, men that have, like, seemingly very strange rat-like features are being kind of focused in on. Like, for instance, the gentleman from the show The Bear.
Okay.
I don't know his name, but I will say
he does look a little ratty.
No, as soon as somebody said, like, oh, yeah, the rat face guys. Like, I was talking to my wife about this, and she's like, yeah, rat face guys, like the bear guy. And I'm like, oh, my God, you're right. He looks like a rat face man. And then, like, there are other actors that, like, I'm looking at this guy right here. Let's see if they throw any names in here. But it's like guys that have, like, pointier noses, bigger like ears that aren't traditional. Who was the Star Wars guy with the big nose that's not conventionally handsome? Adam Driver, is that his name?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Adam Driver. Yeah, that guy. He's a rat face man.
He
And
is a rat
there are
face.
a lot of women that I know that are like, oh my God, he's so sexy. And I'm like, okay. You know,
Yeah.
Like, I look at myself and
It
would say
looks
the same
weird.
thing. But yeah, I would just think, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe he does, maybe his rat-like features are...
People like that?
Yeah, and I feel like
They like the rat?
I'm very hamster-like.
Yeah, they don't
Hold
like
on.
the hamster.
Ow, shit. I'll show you. I'll show you. Look at that.
Okay, yeah, they don't like that. Yeah, you need to be more ratty. But why the
You're
rat?
more rat. If anybody's
No.
ratty on this show, it's you, especially with your weight loss. You have a rat-like face.
No.
Rats have
no.
very gaunt-like.
No.
You have a gaunt
No,
rat face.
I don't have the ears for it.
You
in
don't
my
have the ears
nose.
for it.
I
You don't
have
have
a
the ears
big
for it.
alcoholic red nose.
Do we
there.
know anybody in our listeners' groupings that's rat-like? Oh, Jeremy Allen Wright. Thank you. Jeremy Allen Wright is the rat-faced bear man.
Nothing comes to mind.
That's a
but
good title.
I
Rat-faced bear man.
So is the theme is that this is something that women find attractive and they don't even understand why. They just are attracted to rat-like features.
Okay, it says in this particular article, we're now categorizing men into rodent man or non-rodent man.
It's because like Steve Buscemi is kind of ratty, and I guess
Rodent men aren't dirty, aggressive vermin fighting over a drop slice of pizza. This article, they're trying to be too. Just get to the goddamn point. I don't need your art.
Because really, it's just good-looking men that kind of look like rats. Because there are rats that women do not like. I guarantee you.
Well, but
if you like a guy that really looks like a rat,
no,
you don't know way.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like all these people are good-looking actors.
But normally, like, okay, Louis C.K. I mean, like, just don't say anything. Just hear me out.
Okay.
Louis C.K., Harvey Weinstein. Ready?
Yeah.
What are they called? Ready? Pigs. That's what you hear. Pigs. All the time.
Yeah, they don't like the pigs.
They don't like the pigs. They like the rats.
Yeah.
What am I? What do you think? A hamster?
Yeah, but not even. You don't really look like any sort of animal.
Cat.
Oh, hamster only
Small
because
cat.
of your stature.
Small dog. Pee-pee dog. That's what I
yeah.
want to be, is a pee-pee dog.
Yeah. It's a personality.
Yeah,
pee-pee
like Jack
dog.
Russell.
Yeah.
I would take that. What was that movie where the Jack Russell dies? My Name is Skip, or My Dog Skip. My Dog Skip, not My Name is Skip.
All right, let's get out of here.
You want to get out of here?
We'll see you guys at the beer release tomorrow at
Yeah, y'all.
Hourglass. I'm trying to think of anything else going on. Our cruise, you can't book it anymore. That's going out in September.
Chat room just came in hot with the kid from the Wendy's commercial who says, bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food? He is a rat man. And I have seen that commercial or I wouldn't have been able to sing that.
Also, the ultimate rat man actor is that skinny guy that was in all those comedy movies.
Grandma's Boy?
Yeah, like you know what I'm talking about? Like he was a long
No,
man too.
two rat.
Yeah.
Two rat.
Yeah,
You're
so
right. It's testing your theory. Two rat.
Yeah. Because he was really rat-like, and no one likes him. So it's kind of like you have to be a handsome.
What's Vern
rat.
Troyer? What was he?
Now you get into
Penis man.
you get into
That's
like a
mean.
mutant.
That's a terrible. Oh, my
I'm sorry. I'm apologizing.
All right, we'll get out of here. We'll get out of here. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
We'll
Guys, yeah.
see you on Monday.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.
I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.